Have you ever looked into someone's eyes before, wondered if there's anything across the room? A subliminal message concealed in that a simple smile or a light-hearted conversation conceal deep feelings. It's a familiar moment where someone is encountered feeling a connection, but having trouble doubt regarding is reciprocity just being friendly, or do her looks and smiles reveal more? Feelings. If you can identify this situation, come along with us as we investigate a world where words cannot convey the same meaning as actions. Motivation from Stoic today. Let's examine 12 minor clues that a female could feel something for you, yet tries to hide them. Our goal is not just to list these indicators instead. We seek to give you the resources you need to correctly identify them by the end of this J. You'll be more prepared for the voyage. To decipher implicit messages and may identify if someone special is showing interest in you, please feel free to our exploration of the nuanced language of let's start with attraction. Number 1. First and foremost, the significant smiling allows one to contemplate the captivating strength of a woman's grin when she attempts to hide her emotions, but unintentionally allows them to get past her grin, turns into a pleasant secret. Observe how, when she sees you, she smiles. Is it only a formality, or does it illuminate? Her eyes sparkled across her entire face. If her grin appears to be more radiant in your presence, it can indicate something more profound than friendship in Marcus's words. Everything we hear, Aurelius, and thoughts are not facts. What we observe is a viewpoint rather than the reality. Similarly, in the human world, important contact, if it frequently lies not in opulent exhibitions, but in the nuances of feeling, expressed through modest gestures, so that the following time you come across her attention to the grin could be expressing her views in great detail, not yet prepared to verbally communicate the number. Number 2, hairplay, and hairplay, as well as imitating body language. Have you ever noticed her body language before? Tracing her fingers lightly through her hair when she talks to you about this. A timeless gesture goes beyond simple routine. This represents an unconscious act of grooming, is frequently a sign of women who are attractive. Often stroke their twirl your hair or brush it back when they are around someone who is interested in. Equally fascinating is the idea of the phenomenon of mirroring happens when she replicates your body language automatically. She leans forward if you lean forward. You cross your legs, and she does the same. It's an understated demonstration of harmony and relationship, this reflection of her curiosity and her irrational desire to resonate with you. Thus the following: whenever you converse with her, watch what she does with she is casually stroking her hair. Her body does this more often than normal. These silent cues are echoed in your words, could allude to a hidden remember attraction. Number 3. Third, pay attention to minor details. Little nuances are just another sign that a woman may show interest in you. Ability to recall the minor details of your interactions, they're not just about having a positive recollection, is an indication of attention. She commits to your words and actions. If she brings up little details, based on earlier discussions, does she remember what your favorite song is called, or recall your pet's name after just bringing it up? Once this degree of attention is more than just mere. Being courteous conveys a sincere curiosity about your life and yourself. These little memories act as her subliminal method of showing her attention. She's proving that she appreciates using your words, and may possibly be looking for a deeper relationship with you. Keep that in mind. Very little details are frequently what transport the most important IIC, and consequently, take note of how much she keeps in mind that during your talks, you may discover that her recollection reveals more about her sentiments than you first thought. The fourth thought invites body. Number 4. enticing body language cues that body language frequently indicates an abundance of emotions can occasionally outweigh words. When a female has an affection for you through her physical signals may send out indications of interest and attention. To motions that seem friendly, and those who are open to these friendly greetings may incorporate bending closer during conversations, spreading her arms to adopt an open posture, or quietly pointing her feet in your direction, as actions show that not only active involvement in the discourse, as well as a comfortable stance toward your direction, or open arms provide a sense of readiness to accept your business, and perhaps a wish for a greater significant relationship that goes beyond surface encounters. On the contrasting defensive body language, such as frequently crossed arms or feet turned away, shows a lack of enthusiasm or a preference for keeping a safe distance. Thus, when you're near her, pay attention. Does her body language suggest that she is available to you physically, and an inviting stance could quietly communicate her interest in your lip-licking number 5. Nervous and lip-licking gestures, including apprehensive ones, when a lady is attracted to someone, yet tries to hide it from her body. Language often exposes her lip-licking as a way to express feelings is one of these indicators. It's a behavior that transcends mere habit. When done frequently in your presence, it may signify tense expectation or an unintentional bid to direct attention to her lips. A timeless indication of attraction is also a sign of nervousness, can reveal emotions that are hidden. This could show up as fighting, experimenting with clothes, jewelry, or even a little stuttering. These actions turn into very revealing. If they happen primarily in the presence of the person of interest, it's as though their body and mind are wrestling with contradicting emotions, unsure of how to navigate. The men who are wisely aware of the condition, epicus, are disturbed by the sights rather than the objects which they take away from them, so it's important to pay attention to these subtle uses. To maintain a calm and rational perspective, does the individual exhibit more frequent lip-licking or displace indicators of restlessness when engaging with you? These ostensibly unimportant behaviors could be used as non-verbal clues. 6 of their suppressed feelings, exposing her neck. 6. Exposing her neck in the lexicon of non-verbal communication. The baring of a woman's neck carries tremendous significance in its manifestations, that this gesture adopts various shapes, her backward tilt head, the selection of apparel that features exposed necklines, or the soft flow of why she extended her fingers to reveal the exquisite nape. Does the fact that the neck is a fragile expanse represent susceptibility as a result of this exposure? She unintentionally communicates a feeling of confidence and responsiveness to you. It acts as a silent invitation and unspoken request to get closer to this behavior's origins, to instincts that are so old that the neck baring is a sign of surrender. And trust in the world of animals in a remarkable way. These instincts from the primal world persist in human interactions. Thus, throughout your interactions, pay attention to whether she often reveals her neck, as it would appear modest, but it conveys important consequences for her interest and calm surrounding you, like the philosopher of Stoicism. According to Seneca, luck determines outcomes. When opportunity and preparation collide, in considering such cues in this situation enables one to take advantage of chances for deeper relationship and comprehend standing. Quick 7. Quick 7 looks when a woman conceals her love, but it still refers to her eyes. Could unintentionally betray her feelings. Observe how frequently she steals. Looking your way, these fleeting glances convey greater significance than merely observing, give away a secret interest in a subtle way. Game of evasion and eye contact. She uses her eyes to look for connection, but quickly averts their gaze to maintain an aura of mystery, Realizing the importance of inhuman psychology, eye contact is vital in this situation. Direct eye contact can be illuminating and powerful if she is interested in keeping a long-term eye. She might have trouble making contact since it can elicit powerful feelings. Therefore, she might decide to show her attention in a quick, timid. Instead, if you catch her, glance eyes immediately flicking towards you, and then just as soon, turning away, particularly when your gazes intersect. It signifies something exceptional. These short looks are her subtle method of veiling her and reaching out to you. Genuine feelings, even if they are fleeting, bear substantial weight as indicators of her interest. So keep an eye out for these brief but significant number 8 connections, extra work to look better in. Look, it's a common sight to see people who are concerned about their appearance. However, when she exhibits discernible alterations or enhancements right before we meet, can have significant meaning, so pay attention if she increases her attempts to style her hair or outfit her while you're around. This could entail donning additional stylish attire, putting on cosmetics, and additional hair up or playing around with fresh hairdos. These behaviors aren't only about seeming attractive overall, they're intended to grab your interest. Specifically, this raised awareness of appearance is a type of silence. Conversation. It's her nuanced way of expressing her desire for you in order to grab your attention, as it illustrates her worry about your opinion of her. Consequently, when you next meet her, take a moment to see any changes, remarks in her look. They act as significant signs of her desire to make an impact on you. As Epicus stated initially, consider what you would be. And then complete the tasks required for this background of her look, and improvements are not just Vanette's actions, but rather genuine displays of attraction and indirect compliments. Number 9. Indirect affection. Number 9. Congratulations. And pay attention to what is said that subtly recognize your advantages or favorable traits for. For example, she might quietly compliment your rapid-fire humor in a group context or express, "Thank you for your insightful and considerate thoughts." Contributions to her. These compliments are frequently used in conversations. Concealed. Avoiding explicit statements of love, but with a suggestion of adoration fit your persona. These subtle affirmations are important because act as a means of communication for her admiration without pretending to be her feelings. It's a cautious strategy for her to show her appreciation without facing directly rejection, so be mindful of your interactions. Pay attention to the subtleties of her words. The compliments were disguised in simple terms, may reveal her hidden number 10 decided to sit close to you. Interest number 10 decides to sit close to you. Observe how she is seated. Preferences in many contexts, whether it's in a classroom, at work, or at social gatherings. Observe whether she often chooses a seat close to you, even if there are alternative options. This repeated behavior isn't random, it's a deliberate. Selecting to sit close by allows her to become fully involved in your immediate environments that enable simple participation in discussions and the exchange of experiences. It quietly conveys how much she enjoys your business and wishes to be close to you. Next time, don't be too obvious. You're in the same room, pause to observe where she decides. It can be a subtle hint. Pointing to her 11th area of interest, looking for your 11th number, focus in the complex interaction between human relationships. When a woman feels love for you but tries to hide it, she might use nuanced strategies to interact with you. These can be given in a variety of ways, from the subtleties of her speech to the decisions she makes in your presence. Pay great attention to her behavior when in. Does she put in extra effort for your company? To be amusing, or does she tell tales? She is aware that she will pique your curiosity. Maybe she directs discussions toward subjects you're enthusiastic about. She knows these behaviors are not coincidental. They are how she discreetly draws your attention to focusing on and demonstrating interest in her endeavor to capture your preferences. Attention are her quiet declarations. Hence, she aims to create a connection for you to detect without demonstrating the complete scope of her feelings. So when you discover those of you around, pay attention to her actions are an attempt to make. She stands out to you these days. Efforts could reveal her hidden love. Taking cues from the Marcus's sage advice alienated the joy of your life is determined by the caliber of your ideas. Similarly, and beneath being aware of the subtle indications of to win someone's love, one must first develop keen observation skills and then answer with consideration. Taking into account number 12, which involves sharing interests and pursuits of shared interests and acts that show a woman's love for. You try to hide it, but she might covertly align her interests with yours, which can mean going to events or residents you often talk to. Topics NOS. Grab your interest, or possibly taking up activities that you enjoy with you. Pay close attention to signs of her, unless she is curious about your field. Does she mention a book you've read in passing? Favor or go to a group gathering that you take part in. Whatever opportunity she has started becoming acquainted with your favorite sport or pastime. These acts go beyond simply occurring. Stance. They are deliberate attempts to establish common ground and foster mutual, for example, encounters. This attempt to participate in your passions act as an engaging indication of attraction, which shows that she not just wishes to be in your presence, but also aims to create a more profound relationship via understanding and actively engaging in your passions. Final thoughts as we near the end of our voyage through interpreting the indications of the hidden love of a woman. Takes a pause to think about these little clues and how they apply to your encounters. Being aware of these indicators can offer insightful information about her hidden sentiments that could result in the development of closer ties. Accept the importance of recognizing these subtleties, as they may possess the capacity to cultivate significant. It's your turn now. Relationships. Have you all seen any of these indications in a person you know, or perhaps you have also been exhibiting these symptoms? Tell us about your experiences in the Let's Discuss and learn from the comments below, the experiences of one another. And if you liked this video, please watch it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and spread the word. Others, your assistance enables us to produce more videos that also show how people connect. Remember to look at the two related. I've placed several videos here. Thanks for observing, and keep in mind to pay attention to those minor indications of your future exchanges.